Skull and Bones. What the? Who the fuck? Please, who the fuck plays Skull and Bones and think, yay, that's a great idea? Shut up, Willy. I'm not ready for you yet. Let me just vibe on my bullshit. Because I feel like, why am I doing 2 unprompted streams, arguably within the same day? I don't know. I guess for the overall thrill. I guess for my own levels of excitement, is a necessary thing to end up doing. I'm proud of myself. Hello again. Oh Lord, why are you still awake? Jesus Christ, you're lively. Or am I just early? Who knows? Maybe what matters is the friends we made along the way. I'm gonna keep saying it until it stops being fucking funny. And it'll never stop being funny. Why are you white? I want y'all to understand that Chris the Narc is like one of the dumbest motherfuckers to walk the earth. Why do I say that? Because this motherfucker was all excited because I guess Boogie said nigga. And he was like, oh my God. Oh, I find this so funny. Oh, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, you're bored, buddy. And you know what? Credit to you being bored. Just because I found Buddy saying what he said. But you know what's crazy? I had to fucking wake up from like, I'm falling asleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting me a little nap in. I'm getting my nap before I pass out for the entire night. Nap in. You know the one. And these dipshits just like, oh my God, this was so funny. And I'm looking. It's 3 white dudes. One says Negro. The other one's complaining that he said Negro. And then the other one's just like, dude, I didn't say anything. And it's just like, seems like we're all bored now, right? Seems like we're all bored. You know what? It's fine to be bored. It's just like, don't actively have me think something funny happened when it's just some ugly ass white dude putting his foot in his mouth again. My ass forgot the name of the guy claiming he would be willing to hire me earlier today. Well, that's on you, buddy. I will not be repeating his name. You're on your own. Do your best to go find him. I hope for you. Why won't I help you? Well, because in the grand scheme of things, you're a grown adult. You should know how to do things. You should know how to make things. You should know how to make things shake, don't you know? And if you don't know, well, once again, it's your own fault. Next time, be better. Next time, actually, do a good job in making sure that people see and understand that you're serious about being hired by them. If you don't do that, well then, once again, you're fucking stupid. Do I need to repeat a good majority of the things stated earlier today? Do I need to? I feel like I should for anybody who's watching this and is like, you streamed earlier today? This is actually my 3rd time streaming today. And you know what? Not even mad at it. I'm not even hurt by it. I love it. I love the fact that I've done this now 3 times today. It'll probably lead to me not streaming tomorrow, but you know what? I believe the old saying is, fuck it, we must ball. But to repeat, for anybody who hasn't seen me say anything regarding this, I despise like white leftists. It's the only people who do this shit. It's literally the only people who do this shit where they make themselves out to be fucking idiots. And then once like the pot comes in to fuck them over, they're like, oh wait, I was actually trying to do something good and I was trying to be like a good person and you're all taking me out of context and oh my God, you're so oh my god, it makes me so fucking sad. I want to be a fucking hero. And you know what? I drastically despise how many of you pretentious fucks walk around to want to fucking be in these great areas. And you know what? Maybe it's just because I equate everyday interactions with real life and I don't fucking go by your gay ass fucking internet rules, Chris. I barely find any of this entertaining. I more so just get annoyed seeing people above the age of 25 act like 13-year-olds. It's not interesting. You're streaming tomorrow right now. Well, my time, which is the only correct time, it doesn't matter if I'm 2 hours behind or 2 hours ahead, my time's the only correct time. It's 11:33, so I've streamed 3 times now in just one day, and I'm proud of myself. I necessarily don't know how I did it, but fuck it, I guess I'm just a gangster. guess I'm just a man around these parts, you know what I'm saying? So listen, let me timeline this. Let me correctly set the scene for you all. What's this motherfucker's name? In the paradise of what? What's this fuck's name? Bullshit, you don't. Entertainment can be found in almost anything with the right level of autism. I feel like I said that within regards to what entertains me. Chris, you telling me that a dude sat there and said Negro is not entertaining to me, especially when they're faking like, oh my God, you could be canceled for this. Oh God. Like I was not entertained. What's this motherfucker's name? In Paradise? No, it's In Praise. Okay. In Praise of Shadows. Where's this fucking channel? There it is. Okay. For anyone who's bored, this guy, big weirdo horror movie review type person, makes a video basically bitching that people hated one of his fucking takes because I guess he wanted to equate like white people in a movie being like actual oppressors in real life and wanted to compare like, I guess, rape to black people or like groundhogs or dogs to fucking black people. And it's like, it was a stupid fucking video where it's 2 hours long and this motherfucker spends like 40 minutes bitching that people didn't agree with one of his takes in the last video. You know how when you all don't agree with my take and then I come out with a 3-hour video where the first 50 minutes is me bitching about you not agreeing? No, that's because you're welcome to disagree with me. That's fucking crazy. Leon, do you have a favorite Tarantino movie? I'm going to probably be honest with you, buddy. I've probably never seen one Tarantino movie. I view them all as dog shit. And you know what? You're all going to disagree with me because somebody's going to be like, Tarantino's one of the best has the best catalog of movies ever. And you know what? Maybe my next video would be 10 hours long and the first 20 minutes is me bitching that you didn't agree. You know? But this dipshit makes a video basically accusing a bunch of motherfuckers of being racist and white supremacist and all this extra shit. He gets bitched out by the people he falsely accused. He goes on Twitter and complains. He goes on Patreon and complains. He had a fucking community note that apparently has been deleted. So, you know, and he was doing all this passive aggressive, I want to be a better person. And this is not who I truly am. And you all know me better than this. And I could never do anything like that. And I'm going to step away for a while and I'm going to come back better than ever. I'm fucking tired. You just bitched and moaned that nobody agreed with you, which if I could help any of you aspiring wannabe content creators, if you're going to bitch and moan that people don't agree with you, you might as well just find out what everybody's saying and then just repeat that shit on YouTube. You see his Discord code? I have not. I've seen everything else. 100% Muda actually threatened to sue him. So is it in reference to this tweet that I didn't read, but I just pulled up randomly and also has a fucking fantastic fucking reply in it? With this recent situation regarding In Siege of Shadows, given he's removed his video and offered apologies, I really do wish the best for him and his future endeavors. I do not want any harassment to this person and genuinely hope he rebounds. I've made my own mistakes in life, everyone has, and I believe everyone has the capacity to bounce back and learn. I really hope he gets his mental health in order and he aims to and returns to YouTube with the aims of producing the content he aims to. I have no ill feelings and genuinely want to see this person succeed. Humans make mistakes. They can also learn from them. Dipshits will see Mudahar's tweet and be like, nah, fuck him. He deserves to burn and all this extra shit because you motherfuckers live on the internet and your only fucking course of action is to hope everybody dies with the exception of you. But when it's your friends who do dumb shit, you seemingly don't want to make the same level of live streams. Chris the Narc. Nah, fuck him. More people should tear into that video. I also agree. He gave a long ass non-apology Twitter thread, put out a shitty community post and deleted it. He's sitting in his Discord crying right now. And I guarantee he's learned nothing. All his focus is on hiding. That's true. Two things could be true at once, children. You can hope the best for somebody, and that person could absolutely be an inconsistent, inconsiderate, dumb fuck whose sole purpose is to just make themselves look good for the sake of their audience, when even the audience sees they look fucking terrible. What is this? What are you showing? What is this link and why can't I press it? Oh God, you know it's bad when you're asking your Discord if you could come back from a fuck up this big. You know it's sad. This would have probably been me if I kept my Discord server. Just like the drag queen, people should really take false defamation seriously. It's the only way to really stop this. Yeah. Some people didn't really understand the point to that video. There are a lot of motherfuckers seemingly ignoring the fact that somebody just falsely put a motherfucker in a box of being a fucking person who flashed his nuts at kids, which is something that is damaging to somebody's character and business, and was grounds to fucking shoot for information. Real talk, do y'all think I can come back for this? Pretty sad tonight, to be fully honest. If I just start back with my normal kind of work, do you all think things will be fine in the long run? Yes. Just make the fucking content. Like, Logan Paul recorded a dead body. Like, you motherfuckers drastically overplayed that dead body shit. Like, oh, he recorded a dead body. End of story. You know who can't come back? You know who really can't fucking come back? You know who really, like, against all odds, like, fight for fucking life, can't come back at all? Is EDP 445. And apparently there's a fucking video that came out about him 2 days ago that, you know what, we might fucking watch also. Where's the fucking tweet? Where's the tweet? Yeah, I knew this was going to get rough, but it's hard. Hold on, wait. I gotta make the cinematic, over dramatic voice. Yeah, I knew this was going to get rough. It is harder than I anticipated. The rest of the year is supposed to be a lot of fun. I have even canceled 2 videos in the schedule to replace them with more brand ideas. I just couldn't live with myself if I prevented my partner from having a good life because of my decision. That's what has been on my mind the most here. I just hope that when I come back, things will be well received. I've decided to leave Twitter completely. A lot of YouTubers have, and I have made the mistake of staying there when they took their exit. This is a pansy. What is this? What is this one? Oh yeah, nobody in the video has actually refuted any of what I said. They only point out small individual things that are wrong, but don't actually go as far to say that what I said wasn't right. I will say, falsely accusing someone of being a racist is dumb. And all because of your hurt feelings because you got bitched at in videos is you being stupid. You're a whiny little bastard. And I can't wait for, I believe, next week, because next week is when Bad Boys for Life comes out, and I will be going to the movie theater with $40 worth of popcorn in hand to enjoy one last time Bad Boys for Life. There's another one. What the fuck is this ugly ass art? Unrelated to this, but I have wanted to say that despite everything that's been going on, being pretty brutal on Twitter, and even though it was supposed to be very mean and hurt my feelings, I do actually kind of love this drawing of me that's been going around. I think it's pretty funny. But remember, Muda had transphobic art. Is there any more? Am I missing any more? What is this? Real talk. Oh, I read that. We need Alec Gunter to weigh in on this. Oh God. Wait a minute. Is Alec? Oh wait, Chris, I didn't tell you. Alec Gunter came back. Alec Gunter came back. He came back. He's back. He's ready to fight for the election again. It's so amazing. These are your leftists. These individuals are the future of weighing in on political opinions. I hope you all are happy. Listen. I don't care who y'all vote for come November. Just so you know, nothing's going to change. Your country's still going to be dog shit, and you're still going to be paying taxes. You know what I realized? The amount of people who are like in their 50s talking about and laughing at all of us in our 20s and how shit's difficult and we want to do different shit. And even though we don't really know how to execute doing different shit, you got these motherfuckers my age saying we want to fucking do different shit. And these dipshits are like, oh, well, that's just how the world works. Yeah. When you were young, you were complaining. And guess what? In your 50s, you're still complaining. So it's like, seems like something needs to change. We just don't know how it's supposed to change. But, you know, our buddy's back. And, you know, I truly love this motherfucker ruined Madagascar for me. I can't take Madagascar seriously. Yawn. You know what's crazy? You know what also like irritates me? I'm glad I'm doing this now and I'm not waiting till tomorrow. About 2 hours ago, I recorded a video and I'm not going to specify what it is because I want to leave it in your minds. I want to leave this thought in your minds. There is no amount of fake stories that'll make me care about actual situations. And when dumb fucks promote fake stories that have been confirmed to be absolute bull and they still have not addressed it to the public, it lets me know you motherfuckers are willfully dishonest for the sake of engagement. And I'm going to give you that engagement by calling you a dumb fucking retard. But for some reason, doing that is more important. So even when I have opinions you fucks don't agree with, just know I don't do it. I don't do it so that I could get likes. I do it because it's just my fucking opinion. It's really all it is and all it will ever be. Yes, that's the sound of my PlayStation turning on. Because I'll be damned if I just fucking sit here and just blind react to a fucking video without anything entertaining me. And it will be multiverses. I guess, you know, multiverses came back, kids. We got to fucking ball out. We got to rock out with our cocks out. All right, wait a minute. I want to read Nicholas Diorio's tweet, because why the fuck not, man? Why not? When people who are genuinely shitty don't concede, it's actually good to ramp up pressure. Save me the optics victory. It's time to march forward. This is brought on by the Muda tweet, but my tweet here isn't really about him. There's some unwritten rule that once someone gets embarrassed hard enough, well, it's probably time we give them some space, you know? It's not a dog pile. I credit it to optics because if you get out fast enough, you could pretend to be the good, virtuous guy. Fuck that. I am the good guy. I'm not the guy who made a 40-minute smear campaign based on spite and political delusions. Get mocked, loser. There's nothing wrong with this at all. Because I hate that. I hate the, come on guys, let's let up on it. How about we just vibe? How about we just fucking chill? Come on, lay off the guy. No, the dipshit started something and he can't fucking finish it. That's his own fucking fault. Like, shame on you for being a dumb fuck who just wanted to smear motherfuckers based on your stupid ass political leanings. Welcome to realizing the consequences of your actions, bucko. But I want to watch this EDP video. I want to see what EDP has to say. Also, for anybody who hasn't got multiverses back, just so you know, for now, Jason's the fucking meta. Excuse me, what a way to start, might I add.
What's up, baby? Did you miss me?
Can't fucking tell y'all how much I hate that fucking YouTuber-esque fucking theme song.
And put them together in one video, and hopefully I do answer a lot of questions that people may have about what's going on with EDP 445. Now, the first thing I want to go over is his website being taken down again. And I do say again because this isn't the first time. It got taken down a few months ago, but was sadly reinstated only like a week later. Now, I'm just assuming that it's because he pulled funds from the website briefly, because let's be honest, no one's going to his site, no one's donating, no one's paying for the callouts, no one's watching his videos. So it ends up costing him more money to keep it up. And at this point, it's just a website where he just posts rant videos about how much of an incel he is and how much of a tough guy he is. So I just feel like he pulls funds for a little bit, gathers a couple funds, and then reinstates it again to the exact same results. And then he's just going to pull it again, right? But as of right now, it is kind of a big W. The least amount of platforms EDP has, obviously the better. Now, the next update I do want to go over is a continuous from a video I made a few months ago where I showed a DOJ letter that Kayla provided about an ongoing investigation going on with him grooming Kayla, who was 15 at the time. Now, I did show a letter in that video from the DOJ pretty much declaring Kayla as a victim, and they have recognized her as a victim.
I know I sat here and said that fucking he's the meta. I know I just sat here and said Jason is the meta, and I'm perfectly showing that by fucking losing. But I just believe me when I say it, bro. Just believe me. Just take a moment to believe in me and believe in the words that come out of my mouth. He's the meta, I swear.
Which is a pretty good sign in the terms of an investigation, because they do believe that a crime has been committed here. Now, the Reddit did see the video, because of course they did. That's what the EDP Reddit does. They watch everything that has to do with EDP, and they had some thoughts towards it.
That's my homie, call me Cameron. I didn't know you were going to react to this video. Well, I didn't fucking know that a motherfucker would give me fucking content surrounding EDP, fucker.
So we are going to go over that. Is there an investigation? A small YouTuber by the name of Plubius did a video about supposed FBI investigation proof. I'm saying supposed because I'm still not convinced enough that it is a real letter sent by an FBI to Kayla. What do you guys think? Could this actually be called as legit proof that EDP is being investigated? Now, I do want to disclaim this right now. It doesn't really matter if you guys believe me or not. At the end of the day, it doesn't really affect the investigation.
I would actually hope to believe you and hope that based off information you provide, it actually is truthful. I don't want to just fucking randomly say, oh, a motherfucker's doing this. I would rather you fucking give me credible information, but you know what? Sure.
Investigation. But I mean, for those of you who believe me, cool. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys think I'm telling the truth. But for those of you who don't believe me, that's cool too. Don't believe me. It really doesn't matter to me. The reason why I make these videos is because I want to keep people up to date with what's going on, because a lot of you guys are just as passionate as me when it comes to getting EDP arrested. And for those of you who are still doubtful or don't believe this whatsoever, I'm just going to leave you with this, is if Kayla did fake that letter, she can be in some serious legal trouble with the FBI, like some very serious.
The stream is 23 minutes long. Why is somebody asking me if they missed the Willy segment? Will you calm the fuck down? God damn it.
Trouble.
Let me watch shit first. Damn. You see? This is why I don't live stream anymore. This is why I quit. This is why I retired. This is why I went and fucked around and fucking existed on my plantation of solitude. Fuckers.
And it just wouldn't make sense. She didn't expect anyone to see this letter. She sent it to one person on Twitter. I happened to see it and then talked to her about it and then posted my video. And it's not like we expected my video to get thousands of views. So it wasn't a clout move. That argument just wouldn't make sense here. And again, it wouldn't make sense for her to fake a letter like this. And if she was to fake a letter, why not say EDP was arrested? Why say that this whole like I'm a victim thing? Like it just wouldn't make sense. Now we are going to move on to the investigation itself. Kayla did tweet this out recently. Remember a while ago when I told y'all I had EDP news? I'll update y'all later this year. I promise it's good news. All right, get off my dick for now. And a lot of you guys might not believe this because it's not like she shows any evidence, but I did talk to her privately and it does seem like there is is some good news. And I know end of this year is so far away, but I do promise it is going to pay off. Like, what she has to say is going to make a lot of you guys very happy, and that is going to piss some of you guys off right now, and I understand that. But this is some good news, and I think justice is finally going to get served. And it is kind of good that she is not going to be talking about it, because if she does, that could ruin the investigation. Right? So that's pretty much all I really want to talk about. The last thing I want to leave you guys off with is a lot of people asking about the Mike Lum documentary. What's going on with that?
Nah, I don't care about that. All right, Willy time, fuckers.
Talking about the most politically brain-rotted video I have ever seen, coming from the horror community of all places. Calling every big content creator who held a gun a far-right YouTuber, getting every detail wrong,
to having multiple ties to other far-right extremist figures. He is friends with Brandon Buckingham, a gun YouTuber who has been accused of threatening rape. He is friends with Oompaville, a gun-obsessed content creator that has taken advantage of Nakado Avocado's mental decline.
So is literally everybody else. It's not the only person who's taken advantage of Nikocado Avocado. We've all laughed at that motherfucker, like losing weight, getting into controversy, saying he's losing weight and still fat as the fuck. Like these are not new things that have inspired any great detailed conversation. If that for some reason makes you out to be a bad person, I hate to break it to y'all, but I am drastically I guess that makes me an alt-right fat phobic fuck, because I made my fun of Nikocado Avocado because he fucking deserved it. And still to this day can't confirm if that motherfucker actually did a cum tribute to me. That was information given to me that I never ran with any sincerity, because never got that confirmed and desperately wanted it confirmed. That's the Leon lore some of you fucks don't know about.
Otto is a character. Have you even watched the videos?
He is friends with Mutahar, who argued against Andrew Tate being deplatformed from social media websites, and has recently showcased a great deal of transphobia in his most recent video.
Oh no, this guy hasn't watched anything. This guy will pearl clutch at every opportunity while at the same time pushing harmful stereotypes, like saying that everyone who lives in Appalachia is a racist.
Deep Appalachia is very white country, and for the most part, is exceptionally racist. Genuinely in this part of the country, you have to assume that any white person you meet is racist unless they show you otherwise.
And then he legitimately tries to use this as a point to prove that Wendigoon is a racist because he lives there. I love my job.
And beyond that is the Cherokee Reservation. Wendigoon lives somewhere just on the other side of the reservation. That is not me doxing him. He has said many times publicly that he lives in East Tennessee. And I'm not even saying what town he lives in. According to the latest census, there are only 23 black people who live in Maggie Valley.
But why would...
So what the fuck does that... So if anybody were to be like credible or like charitable to this motherfucker, do you realize why I wouldn't be? You just fucking characterize an entire fucking... A fucking... What would even be the word? Nation? You just fucking described a good majority of the fucking country as racist. Now, arguably, there could be some conversation to be had about that being accurate or not. But motherfucker, why would you do that and think nobody was gonna have a problem with that? Especially the fucking people who live there.
Why would this guy push so hard to frame Wendigoon as a racist? Well, it's because he wants to gatekeep the horror movie review genre. I'm not gonna make it through this.
So what if he's a conservative? Is that a problem? Which the answer to that is yes. But the reason that I care is because this does not belong in horror or anywhere. I care deeply about horror, and everything that he does has demonstrated so far in his career.
Have I ever watched Wendigoon? No, but I could pretty much tell you, if that's Wendigoon right there, the guy who I'm seeing like 4 times, if that's him, doesn't even look like a fucking conservative, can I be honest with you? Kind of just looks like a regular motherfucker who makes videos on YouTube. And honestly, if I could be honest with y'all, I don't give a fuck about his political opinions. I don't give a fuck about any of your fucking opinions on politics. They're all, everybody's opinions on politics are dog shit. The only take that means anything is we don't need to be paying taxes. That's the only take I care about when it comes to politics. Anything else is a waste of my fucking time. No, I'm not interested in speaking about immigration. No, I'm not interested in speaking about the border. No, I'm not. No, I'm just not.
that he should not be welcomed in our spaces.
It all just reminds me of Hassan saying the word cracker isn't racist and then repeatedly using it in the most racist way possible.
Crime of using the C word, cracker. Did I say, oh my God, saltine cracker? Like, people are just bitter because it's saltine cracker. That's not what I said, you dumb cracker bitch.
Cracker this, cracker that. All this talk of crackers is making me hungry, but I don't want some sugary snack. Good thing I have Magic Spoon.
I'm gonna kick Willy in his fucking throat. What the fuck? Listen, the off-brand cereal, you've crossed the line. Now I'm starting to think you work for Walmart. Did you see that fucking box of
I don't
cereal?
want some sugary snack. Good thing I have Magic Spoon.
This shit is the off-brand Walmart cereal that everybody would fucking run from.
Magic Spoon is cereal with the same great taste you remember with grown-up ingredients. 140 calories, 0 sugar, gluten-free cereal that still has the same taste you loved as a kid. Coming in frosted, peanut butter, cocoa, and my personal favorite, fruity. It tastes like the highest quality version of the same stuff you ate as a kid. It really does bring me back to my childhood. I think it's the only cereal I've eaten that has swag. I love the branding. It's adult cereal that still has the games on the box. Do I need to say more? Why'd they make the maze so hard? It's great for people who are carb conscious with 4 to 5 grams of net carbs, no artificial ingredients, and 13 grams of protein. See, this buff guy loves it, so you will too. And if you somehow don't like it, Magic Spoon will give you a full refund, no questions asked. That's how confident they are in their product. My mom has been begging me to work with Magic Spoon. She's been eating their cereal for years, so if you want to be cool like me and my mom, go to magicspoon.com/Willy or scan the QR code and use code Willy at checkout to get $5 off any order. Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this video.
Nobody even wants you here.
In Praise of Shadows, also known as Zane, is a horror movie review YouTuber. He loves focusing on the political analysis of film and relating everything back to being left-leaning, which is fine, it's his content, but it does come off as a bit cringe at times. He reviewed The Hills Have Eyes.
This is a film about cannibals killing and eating a family who get lost on their summer vacation. And psychologically, most when they watch this will be on the side of the vacationing family and wish for them to survive and make it out and get back home. And why is that?
It's because they're cannibals.
Because if you look at this from the perspective of the Hill people, they are only defending what is theirs, this land that they call home. To say that the Hill people and the New Yorkers are of the same nation would only be true in the strictest definition, in that they happen to live within the same borders, but culturally, they couldn't be more different.
I'm getting AIDS from hearing this. There's ways to do movie reviews that are be fucking entertaining. This is not one of them. This is not one of them. It's not. No. I'm gonna play League of Legends. Well, let's wish me luck, Leon. No, because you're playing a dog shit game. I just got finished watching this. Can't wait to listen to Leon's reaction. I hope you're not expecting me to go balls to the walls because it is now midnight and I'm very tired. But you know what? I said, you know what? Daddy Willy will let me slide. He'll let me slide. He'll fucking garner all the views. My fucking 39 concurrent viewers, they won't affect that money Willy's getting. Willy's getting that money, motherfuckers.
The Hills Have Eyes is a clash of when you take two types of people who hold absolute contempt for one another, and then you proceed to call them both American and equals, who supposedly have the same opportunities at birth.
Oh, my bad. I guess it's about BLM in January 6th. He ended up getting memed on quite a bit for this video, with the top comment saying, "This video, the family had a flat tire and momentarily tried to retrieve their lost dog. So who's the real murdering cannibalistic rapist here? It was self-defense. I don't know. It's weird to say someone's invading your land when all that happened is they crashed their car and went looking for their lost dog."
And as he falls to the ground, the symbol of inherited generational wealth, education, and power stands over his already dying body and stabs him repeatedly in the heart. Not to kill him, which at this point is already an inevitability, but to remind him of his place.
Or maybe it was just to kill the cannibal that attacked him and his family. I don't know, just my interpretation. The reason why we're talking about this is because he dropped a 3-hour-long video titled Bad Conservative
Chris, I thought it was 2, you lying fuck.
horror movies, which is not about conservative movies at all. The video is split into 3 parts. Part 1 is calling everyone stupid for not agreeing with his Hills Have Eyes review and blaming his audience's stupidity for his channel dying.
I don't think that most of them have actually even watched it. And I kind of want to look at this, because posting that video was a huge negative turning point in my life. And the way that that one video was received has really impacted everything around me. Before that, I was relatively comfortable financially. I could make the kinds of videos that I wanted to, and have honestly struggled very badly ever since then.
He's like, nobody treats me like a person anymore, despite none of the comments being that bad.
They don't even treat me like a person.
He's so dramatic. Of course you're going to lose viewers if you're going to gatekeep horror movies from everyone who's not extremely left-leaning.
Horror is an intrinsically left, punk, anti-establishment, counterculture.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm sorry, buddy. I hate to break it to you, but when motherfuckers are thinking about horror, the last, and I do mean last thing they're fucking thinking about is how can we make this about Joe motherfucking Biden? I know what an alt-right take to fucking have, but I promise you, no one's thinking about this shit. No one's thinking about this shit. They're thinking, oh my God, what a fucking waste of fucking time. I am sitting in this game and fucking Jason Voorhees comes and stabs Bug Bunny in the fucking back. Oh dear Lord.
Art form that is primarily concerned with social issues and pushing boundaries beyond what is deemed acceptable by traditional, more conservative, polite society. There's no other way that you can rationally look at it and still exist within reality.
The vast majority of viewers just want to see the scary thing and hear the scary story. Of course you're going to lose viewers if you talk like a gatekeeping douchebag. He goes on to discredit every other creator who doesn't apply his same politics to their analysis.
Folks constantly talk about the political undertones in my videos, but horror is an unabashedly political genre that is concerned directly with issues facing the current society. And if you're in the horror space and you don't regularly acknowledge this foundation as a challenge to power, then I just assume you're in it for the money, or that you don't actually care, or you're just really bad at your job. And if that makes you uncomfortable or upset that I often do that in my videos, that's probably a good thing.
It's a very pretentious video that only becomes more unself-aware when he starts to complain about the drop in viewership hurting his ability to pay bills.
There was a month last year where I only made $500 in ad revenue. I can't.
What game are you playing? I'm playing Multiverses. That for some reason implemented random fucking. I don't know why. It's probably because I just didn't realize it. They're fucking implementing motherfucking Super Smash Brothers shit, and I do like it. It gives me a chance to like rack up shit.
Live off that. The amount of times that I've almost had to stop making videos since then has been almost monthly. I've barely been able to keep this afloat. I've paid my rent late most months for the past year.
Now let me get this straight. This guy isolates his viewers that aren't on the extreme left, tells them to leave and that horror isn't for them, and then cries when his viewership goes down. You can't make this up. But you know what? I still kind of feel bad for him. Living paycheck to paycheck is hard. Trying to go full-time on YouTube is also hard. But I fail to show any empathy when he's continually shooting himself in the foot and then he's turning down sponsors.
I, as a blanket rule, have never accepted gifts or a sponsorship for my work, even though
You are drastically terrible at this fucking content creation thing, bro. Does everybody realize that I have an opportunity to fucking do a sponsorship with HelloFresh? I never said this out loud. I have an opportunity to work and have a sponsor of HelloFresh. I just haven't worked out all the details yet, and I'm legit running out of time to work out the fucking details of this shit, and it annoys me. But I'll definitely attempt to figure it out. And even if I don't, I'm still thankful that these motherfuckers even looked at my content and said, you know what? We could get some ad revenue off of this somehow, some way, in some facet of the imagination, somehow. I will not. The only way I will turn down a sponsorship is if it is drastically something I can't like turn into a fucking ad read. Or if, you know, motherfuckers who like own the shit, like serial murderers. So it's like, I don't necessarily care about your free speech, buddy. I can't work with that at all. To take them damn spots. Like, bro, like if you have the fucking opportunity to work with a sponsor that wants to give you money, take the fucking opportunity. Steadfast. Why would you not? Legitimately, why would you not take the fucking opportunity? Why? It's just because you rule? Oh, you fucking you anti-capitalist. You don't want to fucking spend the money. Oh, how fucking virtuous of you. I'm pretty sure the dead Palestinian kids appreciate it, buddy.
So I get a constant stream of email offers about them.
This guy is just a struggling artist. He's better than us.
Either way, you sadly became full of yourself, mourning over your poor artist soul and drowning in self-pity.
But it does seem a little tone deaf to cry to your audience about bills while you're leaving money on the table. He spends the rest of the video pearl clutching. A guy wants the horror movie Abigail to gross more than Civil War, and that's somehow fundamentalist Christian language.
This is the kind of language that fundamentalist Christians use, and we are subjecting people to listening to it in relation to a moderately decent movie about vampire children eating people. But it really is that kind of Orwellian fascist idea.
A character live streams in a horror movie and the chat says the F slur.
The comment section that is on screen at all times constantly uses slurs, including the word f*** multiple times. From what I can tell, neither Shepard nor Savage are actually queer, but I can't find conclusive evidence to say that 100%.
Tarantino movies say the N-word and he isn't black. Is this an R-rated piece of media or not? Let's face it.
Would hate for this motherfucker to watch Django.
We all know if the lady from Halloween was streaming, some asshole would be in the comments calling her the F slur. A film director says he doesn't care about COVID, and Zane frames as him wanting to kill all of his employees.
I'm not trying to put words in his mouth, but at least to me, when I read that, it seems that he is
That's another fucking thing. I'm not trying to put words in anybody's mouth, but allow me to put words in this motherfucker's mouth.
implying that he did not care if his employees got COVID under his command and possibly died, so long as the product continued to get made and that he could get even more wealthy.
This tweet was made in 2022. Nobody cared about COVID anymore in 2022. A director was a guest on Ben Shapiro, so that means he's a Nazi.
One of his biggest crimes against horror to me is that he sat down to be a guest on the Ben Shapiro show. You know, the old 1940s phrase that roughly goes, if you have 10 people and one Nazi willingly sitting down for a meal together, then all you have is 11 Nazis. So, if one film executive sits down with a fascist for a civil conversation, then all you have are two fascists being broadcast over the internet.
And this leads into a 40-minute unhinged rant saying Windigoon, another horror YouTuber, is a fascist along with everyone he's interacted with on Twitter. He says Windigoon can't analyze horror content because he has money and owns a gun.
I have no need or desire to hear 5 hours of opinions on Blood Meridian from a 21-year-old millionaire who got famous around the age of 19. There are some works that fundamentally will not be understood by you. If you are wealthy,
I drastically. Wait, Chris? I don't even know if Chris is still in here. Anybody who watches this motherfucker, allow me to set the scene so that you could finish it for me. Did this motherfucker not sit here and try to equate fucking Rottweilers to black people? There was something he did or something he said that I caught on Chris's stream that was the definition of missing the fucking point. It made me want to stretch my anus out and get fucked by something, because there was no way under the fucking sun I was gonna be able to take any incoherent fucking babbling from this motherfucker seriously. And he wants to talk about Windigoon not being able to understand the plight of motherfuckers because checks notes he's rich and he became successful at the age of checks notes again 19. Pretty fucking understandable that some motherfucker at some point in time finally fucking realized that, oh my God, wait, I could give an opinion about something. Why should I, or possibly will I, give a fuck about your opinion then, Mr. I'm gonna save the fucking world with my content about why conservatives suck at media? And again, conservatives most definitely do suck at media. You can make content off of that and enjoy the fucking ride that is plausible. I'm trying to go to sleep. Fuck you. We're vibing, bro. We're vibing in this motherfucker, bro. You talking about going to sleep? You was a fuck. Who's trying to go to sleep around this motherfucker? Family?
and have always been upper class your entire life. And this may all sound condescending.
It
That
is.
doesn't stop it from being somewhat true. There are many things that are red flags that we could talk about, from the bizarre gun ownership, the flagrant use from my perspective, of his religion as a shield from criticism, to the belief that he at one point followed many far-right accounts on Twitter, from Kyle Rittenhouse to Parler.
Of course, somebody who owns a gun is going to be supportive of Kyle Rittenhouse. It's a self-defense case where Kyle was found innocent. Of course he's going to be following him. These are
Can I just say though, like, listen, hear me out. Kyle Rittenhouse has been going in various different areas and doing like interviews or seminars. And I'm just sitting in this motherfucker wondering, what is this motherfucker famous for? This motherfucker's whole shtick is becoming famous off of nothing. This motherfucker's whole gimmick is being famous for shooting a guy. Like, the motherfucker shot a guy, and that was it. That was all he needed. He acted in self-defense, and he has been the beacon of a lot of motherfuckers for, I think, 2 years now.
For the most surface
What else can you do, sir?
level observations. He owns gun, bad. He rich, bad. I find it funny that earlier in this same video, Discount Noah Samson says this isn't going to be a video just listing off people he hates on Twitter.
I promise that this video is not going to turn into a list of people who annoyed me on Twitter.
It's exactly that.
And I hope that this is becoming obvious to you as well. In my opinion, there is a regular pattern of behavior there, from supporting Rittenhouse to having multiple ties to other far-right extremist figures. Wendigoon is very publicly friends with Turkey Tom. They have been seen together on multiple occasions, and I've seen online mentions that Tom was either at his wedding or at the very least was invited.
When he says Wendigoon is friends with far-right fascists, I'm thinking Nick Fuentes, Baked Alaska, not Turkey Tom, the commentary YouTuber.
Tom has been accused of using the N-word multiple times in private conversations.
You know what's crazy about this? This is one as the resident N-word in many conversations. I can tell this motherfucker says nigga like hard R and then just tries to act cool about it. And it's like, cool if you want to be virtuous about that word. I'm just here to let you know the Negro in the room doesn't care. So I know that response will lead to motherfuckers saying, well, it would just be in your belief system not to care, and fine for you. I'm sounding exactly like this motherfucker right now. It's perfectly fine if you don't care about the word, but there are many other individuals who are Black and African American that wouldn't take kindly to individuals, especially on YouTube, saying these words and blah, 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 blah. And my anus is protruding basing off of this fucking statement, because clearly it's a statement that matters not to the eye of anybody with a fucking brain, because ooh, word, it means so much and arguably does. But in the grand scheme, a motherfucker, it's the end of the world not when scrawny white YouTuber uses word ooga booga 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 ooga booga, a big ooga wooga booga wooga wooga. I'm getting my fucking ass handed to me right now, trying to fucking get Shaggy out of here, and I bounced.
Including these screenshots of texts that are alleged to be real.
They are real. These messages Tom sent in high school will haunt them forever.
And he's also been accused of saying that the upper tiers of his Patreon were intended for Jews with deep pockets.
That's also true. Hey, you never asked. That's why you're struggling to pay your bills. Jews with deep pockets, you're welcome to join my Patreon.
Wendigoon is publicly connected to the Internet Historian, and has even appeared in his videos. The Internet Historian publicly said that his birthday was April 20th. It is not, and has only said that as a joke because that is Hitler's birthday.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What other national fucking meme event occurs on 4/20? Children, fucking weed smokers, help me one good time, because it is necessary for you and I to come together. Now, the motherfucker might have made that in reference to Hitler's birthday altogether. Still doesn't stop the fact that it's about fucking 4/20. An easy fucking reference to get rid of immediately. Like, fuck. But no, we must do this shit. We must complain and whine and bitch and groan and moan and lack the ability to have any type of fun. Can't have fun in these fucking parts of the internet anymore. This is fucking AIDS all around. It's fucking AIDS. I do love when motherfuckers like ask me, "You're not entertained by this?" No, I'm annoyed that humanity has stretched this far deep, that this is criticism. This is what we use to criticize motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? This is criticism. Willy didn't even think to say that. Oh God, you know why? Because the motherfucker probably did say that. Yeah, you know, it's Hitler's birthday. Fucking another significant fucking event that occurred there.
Is that it? This guy doesn't explain anything. He just points out one edgy joke these people have said as if that's proof of right-wing extremism and then moves on.
Wendigoon is publicly friends with Donut Operator, and even retweeted a photograph of the two of them hugging. Donut Operator is a gun-crazed, very far-right YouTuber with 4 million subscribers.
Yeah.
I don't think, well, I don't know about the crazed far right. That could be accurate, but this motherfucker just makes videos about various acts of gun violence or gun-related videos and says it's justified or not.
I'm sure he's going to back this up with solid evidence.
His content is very pro-state, pro-cop, pro-gun, and pro-death to people who don't share his beliefs propaganda. For
No. He reviews footage more often than not, police camera footage, trying to decipher if a motherfucker deserved to die or not based on the actions they decided to do. That's his content.
example, one of his videos is titled Predator Takes Shotgun to the Face and features a picture of him smiling in the corner of the thumbnail next to an image of a terrified man about to be executed by cops.
I'm sorry, but did you forget what fucking words you used? Buddy. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe this generation is lost to time, but back in my day, we would laugh at predators getting beat the fuck up. Now, maybe in this maybe in this woke climate, as you fucking dipshits like to say, maybe nowadays the world's gone soft and we gotta fucking show introspective retrospectives to predators. Because, a predator doesn't deserve any form of violence. He deserves to be fucking forgiven and held and hugged, right? Fucker mothers? Like, yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's great. That's what we need to see. Forgiveness for all people. And you know what? Forgiveness could work out for some individuals. I will not sit here and say that people can't be forgiven. I will, however, say there's a limit on what I will be forgiving. Just because I am too fucking old to be doing anything other. I cannot walk this earth and just not fucking use my brain and realize some motherfuckers don't need it. Some motherfuckers don't even deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Like, some motherfuckers can just have violence brought upon them. Some, not all, some. Tell me you didn't watch Donut Operator without telling me. Bro, I've watched Donut Operator just to get like a basic skim of like information from him that I couldn't get anywhere else. This motherfucker just falsely characterized this motherfucker. And he's probably watched more Donut Operator than I have. Like, why would you fuck this up this bad? And then wonder why people got on your ass. Like, it's not smart to do what this guy's doing. It's actually dumb as fuck to do what he's doing. You do what he does, you just make yourself look stupid as fuck on this worldwide platform known as the internet, especially on YouTube. You can hide in a safe space all you fucking want, but outside of that shit, clearly because he's deeply affected by it, you're going to be viewed as a fucking moron because you wildly wanted to falsely characterize somebody as something that they weren't. Fuck somebody. You did this multiple fucking times. Why is this making me more awake? What happened to me being tired? This has drastically pissed me off. Like, no, like you don't do these things and then think the internet's going to be like, so best, dude. Like, no, you're objectively you're a failure. You're a failure. You're a failure as a man. You're a failure as a fucking content creator. If this is the content you put out, no wonder people bitched at you and made you delete that fucking video.
With the text that
And the fucking community note he put up was so ass back. Oh, but you all expect better from me, and I should have done better by you. And I wish I was on FaceTime right now. I should be here. You know what a typical night for me. I envision for me now in the future, just being on FaceTime. Doing what? Don't worry about that. But just know, I envision myself I'm supposed to be doing things better with my life.
reads head removal.
Did you watch the video? Donut Operator is reviewing a case where a 7-year-old was being harmed, and when the police came in, the guy—
Yeah, bro, fuck that 7-year-old. Did you see this fucking Republican YouTuber fucking sit here and talk about it and laugh at a predator getting the beats put on him? Oh, fuck that predator, dude. Oh, that fucking predator. Oh, the fucking donut operator. The fucking donut operator. He made me. Oh, fuck. How dare he make this fucking video smiling in the fucking thumb. Boy, this motherfucker would hate me. You know how many times I've actively disrespected any group that you would consider, well, not group, but any person who associates with a group being marginalized, and I've openly laughed at their fucking demise because they fucking deserved it. Why? Because they were a malignant tumor on society. Late night pink hat. You know what? I can't do it now because I'm in the game and it doesn't allow me to pause in any capacity. And if I quit on my teammate, I'll be a libtard loser if I fucking quit on my fucking teammate. You know, I don't want to quit on my fucking teammate. I want my teammate to know that at the end of the day, bro, it's you and me forever. We're in this bitch together. We're fighting Bugs Bunny and fucking Finn the Human, and you're Finn the Human, and I'm motherfucking I'm Superman. This motherfucker. We can't die. We have to be the best ever, man. I'm fucking dying playing this fucking game. I'm fucking dying playing this fucking game. But no, man, we fucking gotta live in our fucking minds and integral fucking. I sound just like this dipshit motherfucker, right? I'm doing a good in Paradise of the Shadows impression. I'm doing so good. I'm so woke. Isn't this what we wanted? Isn't this our libtard America?
He reached for his gun, leading to his death. Why are you making it sound like you're against this? The criticism from Zayn is missing context and is extremely bad faith.
Wendigoon seems very comfortable with a man who makes his living worshipping violence committed by the state. He's a man of no conviction, claiming to be very against the government and for the rights of the people, while at the same time giving a warm embrace to one of the biggest fascist bootlickers on the internet.
The example he used is of a pedophile. How dare Wendigoon be friends with Donut Operator, even though he supports cops stopping pedos? What a bootlicker, a man of no conviction.
The only thing that
What does Black Tipster think about this? All jokes aside, Tipster would be the one dumb fuck to be like, oh, I don't really see this being something worthy of harassment because, you know, Donut Operator is one of the more right-leaning conservative dipshit YouTubers. You know, I don't really see it as I don't see it as a good thing to get mad at him for obviously criticizing a conservative or conservative media, because I genuinely think conservative media it's pretty bad. I don't like conservative media, you know. Oh shit.
that one could reasonably gather from this picture of them hugging is that he too is a fascist bootlicker himself.
Or maybe
Wait a minute. Maybe Black Tipster had interrupted the flow of the video just now.
stopping pedos. What a bootlicker, a man of no conviction.
The only thing that one could reasonably gather from this picture of them hugging is that he too is a fascist bootlicker himself.
Or maybe
I'm sorry, I can't garner any of that from him. I just can't garner any of that from that. I just can't. I can't garner based off of you hugging some other person I don't know that somehow makes you like fucking supremacist bootlicker out to fucking kill us all, man. Yarr. I couldn't fucking fathom. Like, we're seeing clips of this. There's just apparently 3 hours of this. Do you all think that, listen, I got 54 people watching the stream right now. Help me out. Class, help me out. Are you seeing anything relevant to conservatives in horror movies? Or are you just seeing a grown adult bitching that no one likes him?
maybe they're friends because they have stuff in common, like making YouTube videos and liking guns. But I'm just
I wish I had YouTuber friends. Oh, woe is me.
spitballing here.
He has collaborated with Nick Crowley, who constantly makes money through the most morbid and shameful true crime content, of showcasing the last minute
Bro, all true crime content is shameful. Do I need to fucking bring up the chick where's your fucking stance on the chick who had a dead kid's body behind a $3 paywall? And her fucking excuses, we need to have intricate conversations. Ooh, where's the fucking 30-year video on that shit, please? Please, can I get the 30-year fucking opinions about that mother?
Minutes of people before they are suddenly and unexpectedly killed.
Isn't that all true crime, all forensic?
Huh? Super Mario, you didn't know about that? A couple months ago, a real great true crime YouTuber decided, hey, we're going to have intricate conversations on Patreon behind a $3 paywall where we talk about and show a dead kid's fucking mutilated body. And the person who did that to their body was his own fucking mother. Yeah, we got to have intricate conversations about that, not just, oh my God, put the mother in fucking jail. My bad. Some conversations don't need intricacy. I could just hear bullshit and say that's bullshit and carry on with my fucking day. Ohana means fucking family, and I'm not feeling the love in this motherfucker tonight. I'm really not feeling no type of love in this motherfucker tonight. I'm feeling pain. I'm feeling it the worst way possible too, baby. This ain't right. It ain't fucking right. It's just malignant tumor after malignant tumor after malignant tumor after malignant tumor. You understand? You know who's gonna love? You know who probably would think this video is so based and I could see where they were coming from? It's that fucking meth addict Xanderhall. That's a motherfucker who would look at some shit like this and be like, I don't really see the problem here. I think this was a great type of introspective to handle a whole bunch of fucking criticism on the internet, especially from these boomer-esque conservative style content creators and their fucking family. This is why I don't stream late at night. You're getting incoherent rambles, which probably isn't all that fucking different from my fucking regular fucking style of a stream. Lizzo Whoppermill is crazy. Listen, I've had a lot of fucking usernames over the past fucking few months. I think my most iconic so far was like Cellulite Slurper, but no one got to see that for any length of time. That was only like for a few days.
Files episodes.
My hidden lore, baby.
How is this evidence of anything?
He is publicly friends with Shoe on Head, who is a conservative masquerading as a leftist, who has built a career off of lazy anti-woke content, complaining about SJWs, who says,
I'm sorry, is you sitting here bitching not lazy, or is it a nice introspective that we needed to hear?
Stuff like Karl Marx rising from the grave, finding out his movement has been taken over by fat, ugly, mentally ill losers.
He's mad because she's talking about him.
He is friends with Brandon Buckingham, a gun YouTuber who has been accused of threatening rape.
Hold up, I've watched a lot of Brandon Buckingham. He has shot guns. He is in no way a gun YouTuber. This is like saying iDubbbz or Ethan are gun YouTubers. It makes no sense. As for threatening rape, he never did that. That is a lie Sneeko told. Zane is pushing a false rape allegation in the same video he's crying about being slandered for his film analysis.
There is this thing that the internet does, where one person says something that is false but sounds believable and is tangentially related to what actually happened, and then other people start to repeat it out of context, and morph it, and slowly escalate it.
I gotta be on some coke right now, because ain't no fucking way this same guy who sat there and said that in the same video did exactly what the fuck he said other people do. And listen, I'm guilty of this too. I've done things that I say other people do, and I usually check myself at the door, or at least self-snitch on myself and say, yeah, I've done that too. And you know what? Admitting it is the first step of trying to do better. And you know what? Props to me. But see, motherfuckers like this, they will keep this shit up and keep fucking up until it's fucking necessary to fuck up again.
Until it just becomes general belief, even though it is detached
Can I take a moment to say how much I hate this man's frill leather jacket? Sure, go ahead.
from reality. The cruel and untrue things that you say about another person do in fact have direct impacts on them and the way that people culturally see them.
Bro, you're doing that, but instead of it being about the hills have eyes, it's about a rape allegation, something that matters. He goes on like this for over half an hour.
He is friends with Oompaville, a gun-obsessed content creator that has taken advantage of Nakado Avocado's mental decline for fame and for money. And on top of that, has made content with the human trafficker, Andrew Tate.
Nikocado was an act. He puts it on. This guy is so socially inept, he doesn't even realize it.
Oh! Oop! 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 That's my scooter! My precious scooter!
I miss like that weird era where everybody wanted this motherfucker's life to be better than what it was. It was interesting to fucking see. I won't lie to you. It was interesting to see people attempt to care about Nikocado Avocado and his well-being. And then everybody just said, fuck it. He's just going to want to be fat forever. Let's just leave him alone. And now apparently he's losing a bunch of fucking weight. So still good for him.
You just know this guy turns on WWE and thinks Triple H actually broke into Randy Orton's house. And
Hey man, calm it down. I like my fake propaganda WWE, man. These motherfuckers just had Sexy Red on NXT, bro. Calm it down.
as far as Andrew Tate, it was a respectable interview that took place before the human trafficking charges even came to fruition. He's retroactively criticizing an interview that was very well received at the time and was handled better than most mainstream media outlets.
He is friends with
I'm glad Willy said that. So I don't know how many of you care about Candace Owens. I journey to believe none of you. But Candace Owens has been on a crusade against porn these past few days. And, you know, of course, the usual suspects are cheering on Candace. And, you know, good on them because, you know what? In some conversations, porn is detrimental to a motherfucker's well-being. One problem, though. Candace worded it like it's a fucking distraction and a hindrance to men, especially like the young men, which, you know what? It is. The one thing Candace chooses not to mention is that there are men who actively promote the shit, benefit from the shit, and use other women to fucking speak about said shit. Need I fucking remind you how hard was Sexy Red shaking? I was actually surprised she was shaking her ass. I can't believe they actually let her go out there and do that, or they just probably didn't fucking tell her to not do that shit. Either option is plausible. Also, there's a video of her with Shawn Michaels singing his theme song. And you know what? If that ain't the most WWE shit I never seen, I'm so happy I got to see that on my motherfucking timeline. What a way to fucking live. What a fucking thing to be alive to see. You know, I fucking enjoyed it. But to Candace Owens will sit here and tell you motherfuckers, porn bad, porn evil, porn a fucking problem. She interviewed and played defense for a guy who actively, and I do mean actively, admitted to using cam girl sites to lure in men to spend their fucking money. So Candace, are we going to have this fucking conversation truthfully, or are we gonna do this shit the dumb way?
Mutahar, who argued against Andrew Tate being deplatformed from social media websites.
I'm against deplatforming Andrew Tate too, and I exposed him to a greater extent
I'm not.
than most mainstream media outlets, to the point where they would wait till my video comes out and post an article the next day citing the exact same sources I used in my video. Unless they're a convicted child predator, I'm against deplatforming because it leads to these hateful conspiratorial echo chambers that go unchallenged, festering in the background. There was a while where it seemed like every creator was getting banned, from Leafy to Gideon to Aiden Ross. It's better if everyone's just in the same place, where people can routinely make Nick look like an idiot for his worldview.
But what if we're living in the same house and there's a fight over, you know, who gets to shower when and who gets this seat on the couch and who? These are the kinds of things that happen in a dense.
Wait, do you
in
think
an
you'd fight
urban
with him because he's
population.
black over that?
I wouldn't fight about stuff like that. And
Hold. I want to hear the answer to Desi's question.
Well, yeah. Would you fight more with a black person over who gets to use the shower?
Yes, and here's why. Because
Otherwise, more people are going to turn into Sneeko. We don't need more Sneekos.
He is friends with Mutahar, who argued against Andrew Tate being deplatformed from social media websites, and has recently showcased a great deal of transphobia in his most recent video.
Is he going to give any argument for why the video is transphobic? No, of course not. It's because it isn't. So much of this video is, oh look, Windagoon responded to a tweet and that account likes some sus stuff. As if Windagoon is supposed to be aware of that. So what did Windagoon do? Not one of his friends, not one of his followers. him? Well, apparently he started a white supremacist group.
We could talk about his past and supposedly being a founding member in an online conspiracy theory group that, according to him, snowballed out of control into being a white supremacist neo-Nazi organization called the Boogaloo Boys. His online username at the time was Boogaloo Boy, and he claims to be the first to have started using it, but that he left the group and became Wendigoon after things started to get out of hand. And this is not a conspiracy theory in itself. Shockingly, he literally has said so in writing.
Wendigoon admitted this was him creating a meme page where it was taken over by more and more extreme people until he left. It really isn't that damning unless you're going to be extremely uncharitable, which he is.
Also, it should be noted that the Boogaloo Boys are known for wearing Hawaiian shirts. And guess who else always has on a Hawaiian shirt?
Gabriel Iglesias, that fat fucking Latino. I knew it. A real fucking racist, rapist, white supremacist. Zooey fucking mama. Who could have fucking seen? Oh, wait, that's bullshit? And it's just a guy fucking saying anything? This is literally the fucking definition of throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks.
Despite the fact that he publicly totally does not share in their beliefs, guys.
Zane, it's a popular style of shirt. You're wearing the shirt. What's weirder, Wendigoon wearing a Hawaiian?
I just fucking... Wait, so now you're a racist white supremacist. You're already white, so you fit the bill. Bro, why do motherfuckers make content like this without smelling their own shit?
Hawaiian shirt because that's what he likes to wear, or this leftist wearing a Hawaiian shirt even though he thinks it's a racist dog whistle. Is this like Vosh's tactical N-word? This video has zero research behind it, zero common sense. Zane sits there and speculates on how wealthy Wendigoon is, as if that means he can't talk about horror movies.
Not to mention the fact that Wendigoon was raised in a very wealthy family, and with that comes from a wealthy perspective. He himself has inadvertently admitted that his family at one point had millions of dollars.
My whole thing is instead of speculating this guy's apparel, why not just reach out to him and ask him questions?
That's too hard. Willy, you fucking moron. Don't you know that that's difficult to do? Asking for information, asking for context, asking for clarification. Oh, nobody knows how to do that anymore. What the fuck? Doing that? Whoa, Willy. Sounds like you're speaking that leftist propaganda there, buddy. As a black man, I don't appreciate you doing that, bro. You got to stick to that fucking leftoid fucking ways of thinking, bro, where nobody does research. We all just fucking call each other things and we just go on about our fucking days, you know. That's the real journalism, baby. That's how journalism sticks nowadays. Fucking you make shit up. You make shit up, you lie about the shit, and then you just fucking print the money. Oh, wait, you can't really print that much money from this shit because motherfuckers with brains are not gonna want to fucking listen to a motherfucker who constantly spews a fucking lie out there? Crazy, bro. I couldn't fucking believe anybody could do some shit like that. That's crazy, dog. What? Motherfuckers actually want honesty in their politics? What? That's fucking good. That sounds like leftoid speech. That's fucking conservatives. Out and about again, dirty. That's fucking dirty.
He worked at a gun store, he liked guns, so he made a meme page about guns. Around 2019, 2020, the joke became super serious to some people, who began to see it as a for the people movement, which was fine at first, but then people began to apply it to whatever their political stance was, and it became a mess. So he left. There is no evidence that Wendigoon radicalized anybody. Extremists stole the meme, that's all the evidence available.
That's another fucking reason I got rid of my Discord. You motherfuckers are wild in there. That's for the motherfuckers who wanted to be in that fucking Discord. I will never forget when motherfuckers were thinking that my shit got banned because they all woke up and the shit was gone. And I just dumbed that shit down immediately. I said, no, buddy, I deleted that shit. My bad that you loved it, but that Leon had to end it.
I asked Wendigoon if Zane ever reached out to him before making his video. He said no, he never reached out. There was a lot he got wrong, even objectively, that I would have been happy to clear up even for a hit piece. For instance, my parents
My fucking headphones died in my fucking ears. Thanks, Logitech.
That Wendigoon radicalized anybody. Extremists stole the meme. That's all the evidence available. I asked Wendigoon if Zane ever reached out to him before making his video. He said no, he never reached out. There was a lot he got wrong, even objectively, that I would have been happy to clear up even for a hit piece. For instance, my parents were not rich. In the quote he even reads, I say my dad lost everything, and that was all before I was born. So Zane never even reached out for clarification before assuming the worst from this guy and everyone who's ever appeared in a photo with him. I did more research in the 3 minutes it took to reach out than his 3-hour video. It's embarrassing. In 2019, the Boogaloo Boys became an official group, and Zane attributes every crime they did to Wendigoon.
Do you remember when armed men were arrested a few years ago for planning the kidnapping of Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmire? That was the Boogaloos. Do you remember when white people showed up at the George Floyd protests and caused property damage and violence in the hopes that black people would be blamed for that? That
was white people.
Was the Boogaloos. He was just like, oh geez, sorry guys, about starting a violent hate group, guys. Sorry that people got killed. I totally didn't mean to do all that. My bad. I'll do better next time.
Am I missing something? Was Wendigoon there? Is there any evidence that he supports any of this? No, it is the most baseless and unhinged analysis I have ever seen. Zane becomes borderline racist towards Wendigoon at times, doxing him.
Wendigoon and I are practically neighbors, and I know this area very well. Okay, so I live in Asheville, North Carolina.
Why would you say that? Why the fuck would you even bring that up? Why would you tell anybody where the fuck you, why? You just doxed your fucking self. Well, not really. Not really. Because they just know the city you live in. Wow, that's a fucking way to get them. Fuck.
And the reservation. You have the community of Lake Junaluska, which isn't actually even a real town. You can walk across the whole thing in a matter of minutes. You got Waynesville, you have Maggie Valley, and a few other small drive-by communities. And beyond that is the Cherokee Reservation. Wendigoon lives somewhere just on the other side of the reservation. That is not me doxing him. He has said many times publicly that he lives in East Tennessee. And I'm not even saying what town he lives in. According to the latest census, there are only 23 black people who live in Maggie Valley. There are 15 Native Americans despite it touching the reservation. Most of this area used to be sundown towns. It is about as white as you could possibly get. Genuinely in this part of the country, you have to assume that any white person you meet is racist unless they show you otherwise.
So you have not shown me in not only through Willy's video, but your own video that you're not, that you are somehow not a racist. I look at you and I think, wow, this guy's a racist, not only to people like me, but to people like him. You see how that fucking standard never holds strong for you weird motherfuckers? You see how that logic of, oh, you have to prove that you're not racist really doesn't work? You want to know how you can prove you're not a piece of shit? Just don't be this. If you don't be this, you'll be fine. If you want to be like that, you will have a bad time.
Oh, he's white and he lives there, therefore he's racist. That's the level of critical thinking taking place, but not you. You're one of the good white guys. Oompaville tweeted, imagine
Willy's one of the only good white guys. Just go ahead. I'll just let you know the black community loves Willy Mack.
shitting on some of the most systemically forgotten and impoverished people in America and thinking you were virtuous or moral because they happen to be white. Then getting called out saying, you guys know my heart was in the right place. Ha ha ha. Zane is a picturesque example of true bigotry masquerading as an enlightened tortured genius that operates with empathy, nuance, and compassion above all else. There are so many of these people, it's so up how lost some smart people are. He tries to say Wendigoon is a racist for his name, saying he's disrespecting natives for using the word Wendigo.
Then of course, there is his username. To the Algonquin people, the Wendigo is a negative spiritual symbol that is to be avoided and whose name is to never even be said out loud or written down. So I know there's a bit of a hypocrisy there on my part, but we kind of do have to say it for academic purposes, so apologies for that.
There's nothing academic about this video. This is like saying Blizzard can't make Diablo or Harry Potter shouldn't exist because some Christians got upset. Nobody cares.
But don't you think it is extremely weird and off-putting that all of his fans call him Dad? Isn't that really...
This is the life. I see why this motherfucker can't pay his fucking light bill. He can't fucking face his own fucking landlord. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? This fucking landlord's gotta be white because it's the only fucking way to explain half of this shit. There's nothing else that would make this shit make sense to me. Like, this is just the ramblings of a guy hoping somebody says, "Good job, son." This shit sucks. This isn't even the full video. I'm just getting the fucking cliff notes. Imagine if I sat down and actually figure out what the fuck is wrong with this motherfucker. I would no. You're terrible at this. And I guess that puts me like 2% on the hit list of, oh my God, he might end his life. Let's figure out who to blame. As if somehow that makes it better. Like, no to all of this. Don't do things like this. I attribute you all to somewhat be smart. Don't ever be this fucking dumb. Please. Maybe I shouldn't have faith in all of you to actually be smarter than this, but please. I want better for your lives because you know what? On some base level, you actually deserve better.
Really strange.
We as a fucking audience deserve better content than this.
Academic about this video. This is like saying Blizzard can't make Diablo or Harry Potter shouldn't exist because some Christians got upset. Nobody cares.
But don't you think it is extremely weird and off-putting that all of his fans call him Dad? Isn't that really strange?
No? Are you trying to imply something? He never elaborates. He just throws that out there and moves right along. He then acts like Wendigoon following him on Twitter was some sort of psychological threat.
Right in the midst of this going on, a very funny thing happened, and that Wendigoon followed me on Twitter. I was not following him at the time. He never publicly told people to stop calling me a faggot. He never once reached out to me privately, but he did follow me, which means in my eyes that he 100% knew what was happening because I did tweet about it several times, and then followed me to let me know that he knew, and that he was watching and that he intended to do nothing to stop it. What other motivation could he have had there?
Can I ask y'all something? If you motherfuckers like saw me do a video on somebody or a group of people and you dipshits decided to go balls to the walls and I automatically came out and was like, well, I don't condone any of this. Do you realize that there's nothing I can do to stop you motherfuckers? Like, I can't fucking watch you motherfuckers on the internet do things. Like, that's all on y'all if you choose to do something or not. I don't have the power to fucking stop you. I have the power to stop myself. I do what I want. Exactly. Like, I can't do a fucking thing about any of you motherfuckers. I could say I don't agree. That's about the fuck it. Legitimately, that's about the fuck it. Anything else, above the pay grade. Anything else is above the fucking pay grade. Objectively. There's nothing more I could possibly fucking do to help any circumstance of a motherfucker being made fun of online. Especially when you do dumb shit like this guy and deserve to be criticized online because your takes and your execution of trying to explain those takes is undeniably dog shit. And I mean undeniably. I can't watch this shit and think, wow, I kind of see where Buddy's coming from. I'm looking at this and saying, wow, what an objective fucking moron. I'm not thinking, whoa, so based and cool that this guy systematically took down a bunch of fucking YouTubers. I'm thinking, wow, what a dumb fuck. You failed trying to explain any point, and now you look drastically fucking stupid. You don't look like a content creator. You look like a whiny bitch. It's not my fault you look like that. It's your own fucking fault that you look like that. You did that to yourself, buck nasty. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope that's good for you. I hope doing that meant something for you, because to me, it just makes you look weird. Doesn't make you look awesome. I don't look at you with any form of respect after this. I look at you and I think, wow, go to the hospital. I'm thinking, wow, objectively, you suck. You're not good. You know what? I feel like you could host a fucking debate with old Benny Shapiro, you know, because you are the future of political content in horror because you want to make horror movies a safe space, which is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever come across. Horror movies are not meant to be safe. Horror movies are meant to fucking psychologically scar you or be some of the most comedic shit you could fucking find. Would you debate him? I would walk this motherfucker like the dog I know he is. Why do I say that? Because look at what I've been presented in the last hour. You mean to tell me it would be difficult to speak to this motherfucker and challenge him on anything? My good man, you are what the kids call fucking stupid. And you know what? The title is well fucking deserved because look at what you are producing.
To follow me in that specific moment, other than to be a method of quiet and deniable intimidation. What other way could that have been read from my perspective?
Terminally online. Oh my God, this guy followed me, so he knows about the trauma I'm going through. Or he just followed you because maybe he wanted to fucking reach out to you at some point. But clearly, since you were bitching and complaining about the shit, he said, nah, I'm not doing it.
That was the moment that pushed me over the edge to make this video.
He ends the video by calling everyone Nazis.
Clearly, as we have seen, everything that he does has deep political motivations.
You haven't shown one example.
And if they don't want to be seen as a big group of Nazis, then let's see how they react to this video's existence. Because I am certain they will be very level-headed about all of this.
How does he not see the irony in this statement? Windagoon would leave a comment on his video. Please no one harass or comment rude things on my behalf. I do not agree with or condone meanness in any way. If you are here to leave a spiteful remark on my behalf, don't. Nothing good comes from anger. I want to apologize for people saying awful things to you on Twitter. I did not know this was happening. I followed you because I saw your Slenderman video and enjoyed it. Then I saw you in my recommended follows. It sounds like you strongly dislike me, and that's okay. But if I have done anything to cause that, I apologize. So Zane is schizoing out in the corner, coming up with conspiracy theories about why this is a threat, when in reality, Windagoon just liked his videos. Even when I DM'd Windagoon, he was nothing but polite towards Zane, saying, I feel bad for him. This guy seems to have a lot of hate in his heart, and that can't be easy on the bones. It's clearly not. Zane speaks as if his only purpose in life is to make political horror videos.
The only thing I have...
It's a sad life. And you know, maybe it's because I'm also a content creator. This is just pathetic. Like it's objectively pathetic. And you know, I'm not speaking on the behalf of Windagoon. I don't fucking know Windagoon. I don't fucking know any of these people on a personal level or like a business level. This motherfucker just sucks and deserves to be mocked and laughed at. Because how are you going to do it to others, but you can't handle it when it's done to you? Welcome to online. You have a take, motherfuckers criticize it. And no amount of, oh my God, help me, content creator I'm talking about, please get them off my back, is going to help you in that regard. Just fucking take it and then make a fucking nice fucking, as the kids call it, make a banger of a fucking YouTube video to shut everybody the fuck up later. That's what you do. That's how you necessarily get out. I just kick the shit out that motherfucker.
Left to me in this world is my writing and my perspective.
Windagoon would continue to write, I don't have any malice and I meant what I said in my comment on the video. I hope nobody harasses him on my behalf. If I make a tweet saying that, however, that'll drive more eyes towards him. And I don't want to do that as a lot of people are mad regardless of what I say. I wish him the best and hope he finds what he's looking for. Zane would then delete the entire Windagoon section of his video and tweeted, many people have said very fair criticism of my work and that I did not appropriately portray people. And I would like to address that. He apologizes to Brandon Buckingham for pushing his false rape allegations, saying, to be honest, I saw pictures of you with Turkey Tom, Donut Operator, Windagoon, and Brandon Herrera, and often with guns in your hand. I wrote you off. I did not feel like you were worth my time. And that was a result of the company.
That the anti-venom suit. So it's the fucking new game plus one. So I guess if you fucking play this game again, but you level the fuck up, you get newer suits. Which, not gonna lie, I know I said the Miles suit was like my favorite suit in the game. This one, this like armored style fucking anti-venom suit is now my new favorite one. Like it has eclipsed this motherfucker to such a degree, it's almost satanically biblical to me.
You keep. Ultimately, that is a failing on me though, and how I presented that. It's such a backhanded apology. Him having a gun does not.
Leon Loki giving immunity tips on how to avoid cancellation. No, I'm giving you basic fucking advice. that your fucking mama should have fucking given you motherfuckers when you were fucking children and you fucked up in life.
Make him a bad.
I'd say this as somebody who's fucked up in life as a kid, teenager, and adult. Like, bro, when you listen to these terminally internet motherfuckers and they give you these scapegoat fucking reasons why you should or shouldn't fucking criticize somebody, just know they're giving you a skewed perspective, because if it was their fucking friend, they wouldn't have the same energy. That's why my drastic fucking hatred is towards a lot of motherfuckers and how they want to be all cool and fucking based and dignified and all these dumbass fucking words they made up because they're mentally inept. But in reality, motherfuckers just need to shut up.
Bad person. He goes, Brandon used homophobic language towards me through calling me a low testosterone freak. I don't even know how that's homophobic. What, are you on estrogen? He then goes on to Mudahar. Your thumbnail art was transphobic. I have nothing else to say to that. No explanation, no argument. He just goes on to play victim. I was overcome with anger because I think it's incredibly dangerous that there's a man in horror that you cannot criticize without being called the F slur for days on end. I think that is a serious issue. Then talk about that. Maybe you could work something out instead of coming up with conspiracies about him and his friends. I also think it's telling that the bulk of what I said has not actually been addressed at all. Bro, you haven't said anything based in reality. I feel like people have addressed you very clearly. He blames all of his problems on conservatives and says that he's taking down that part of the video as well as taking a month off. I thought you lived paycheck to paycheck. How are you taking a month off? This guy cannot be real. If you felt like you have been mischaracterized, that was not my intention and I genuinely am sorry. Just to be perfectly clear, every single person you mentioned feels like they were mischaracterized. I care so much about horror. It is my life. I grew tired and scared of seeing hate growing on the fringe of something I care so deeply about. Horror is about kindness. Horror is about...
Horror is not about this. Like I said this on Chris's stream. Horror is not about this shit. I guarantee you, I will put it on a stack of Bibles. I will argue this shit until I'm dead. Horror is not about that. I don't know what horror movies you watch, but clearly those motherfuckers suck. I don't know what this dude watches in his spare time, but clearly whatever quote horror he watches is fucking terrible, bro. It's fucking bad. It's fucking bad. That's terrible. And I will continue to attribute this to the one fucking movie, the last horror movie I fucking watched. I will be equating it to this. I don't know how many of you have fucking watched all the fucking newer Halloween movies. Those motherfuckers are drastically not about love. It is a motherfucker trying to kill their brother. Like, hello? Where's the love there? Where's the love in trying to kill your brother? Does anybody know? Does anybody want to report back to me on... maybe it's my leftist brain not telling me what love is. Maybe that's it. Maybe because I want to know what love is and I want you to show me, you know? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the goal. Or maybe that's the fucking goal. I'm motherfucking anti-venom man, motherfucker. I'm fucking shut up in here. Come here, you. And fucking ignored this whole fucking video, not just whooping ass in Spider-Man.
Until next time, Zane. Bro, what are you talking about? This video was so hateful. He posted a similar message on his Patreon talking about how tricky it is to talk about cultural appropriation as a white man and that he only meant to do...
And you failed. You failed epically. This was the worst fucking way to talk about it. And you just proved why... You just proved the fucking point why white people just give up. Why white people run around and they fucking stand around black people and be like, oh, I wish I could say what you say, but I'm white. I'm scared. This is the fucking reason why. Motherfucking dipshits like that run around and they're white and they just fucking say shit to say it. And then when they get criticized, just, wait a minute, I didn't fucking do anything. Everybody with me. Fuck. Because clearly that's what the fuck you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to fucking have a nuanced take. You're not supposed to fucking go with any form of rationale. I say that as a motherfucker who hasn't had nuanced takes. I've had outlandish fucking takes. I've had hilarious takes. I've had accurate takes. Oh, we're watching a movie? Somewhat. We're dicking around. We're learning about how dumb white people are, or at least wannabe white political, I was about to say political people are when it comes to information that they, in air quotes, claim to care about so much. Drastically fucking slow, if I do say so myself.
Do good with his slanderous video. He then took down his YouTube video completely and made a community post where he apologizes but then acts like the victim, saying, "I do think it's dangerous these creators don't acknowledge the obvious situation at play." He'd delete this too because his own community disagrees with him. The reason people say too much politics rots your brain is because you start to view people in terms of teams instead of judging them as individuals. Suddenly, everybody who owns a gun is a gun-crazed fascist.
Gun YouTuber, a gun-obsessed content creator, gun-crazed, very far-right YouTuber.
Everybody who supports the police for stopping child abuse is a bootlicker.
The only thing that one could reasonably gather from this picture of them hugging is that he too is a fascist bootlicker himself.
It's important to remember that you most likely have more in common with your Republican or Democrat neighbor than you do with Hassan or Andrew Tate. These people's brands thrive off division, and I genuinely believe Zayn is a product of that. Hopefully this is his wake-up call. If not, just another cow to add to the herd. Yeehaw! Subscribe to the channel, eat some goddamn cereal. Shout out to the homies over on Patreon: Phoebes, Crimson Glass, Riveter, Christina Vina, Mac Monkey, Drink Kobex, Necro Valley.
I'm happy Willy exists. See, when we talk about how dumb white people are in terms of political conversation, I will always use Willy as my fucking standard to what white people could be. You know? White people could be Willy. But no, they want to be whatever the fuck that other guy's name is. Like that's all these motherfuckers want to be. The weird motherfucker who gets their fucking minds brain rotted by politics that they don't even fucking care about. They only fucking bother to show any form of emotion because it's an election year and my fucking friend told me that I should care about it, right? And that's the saddest fucking reality that some of these motherfuckers choose to participate in. Because instead of being normal and cracking open a fucking book to see if anything's actually fucking real or not, we just gotta randomly fucking go on social media and hope the things we say don't get fact checked by anybody. You know? That's the sad reality. And that's the reality a lot of these motherfuckers choose to. And if there's anything I could truly say to cap this stream, doesn't matter if Spider-Man's black or fucking white. The motherfucker's awesome either fucking way. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to fuck to bed because it's 1 o'clock in the fucking morning. Would you say In Praise of Shadows is the stupidest leftist you ever covered? Nope. Tipster's still #1 and Queerly B might just be #2. I'll see y'all in the next one.